Going on, everybody? It's Retro Handhelds 24. As per requested by Hyperplay RPG, we're going to be testing out Yakuza. I'll go over the settings after we play a little bit. And this is an intro, so I don't know what the gameplay is going to be because it's a cutscene. I don't have too much time, so I'll try to do this and we'll see how it goes. I'm sure there's things we can tweak, but in the settings... Okay, I can skip. Yes. In the settings, I put everything to low. But it is at 720. I never played any of the Yakuza games, so we'll see how it goes, I guess. Again, these cutscenes, it's 40s, but let's get to actual gameplay. And then eventually, if not today, later today, or like I said, if not today, maybe tomorrow, I'll try to put this on the Pocket S Pro and see if there's a difference. But it is utilizing the GPU, which means we're in luck for the Pocket S since it has that massive GPU. We could definitely take advantage of it. And as you can see, we're like just under 30, so maybe there's some things I could tweak. Okay, see 24, 25, 20, alright. Oh, we're at 40, no 30. It's all over the place. I gotta play with the settings. I just loaded it up. Wait. Okay, I was not ready for that. Oh. Oh, come on. Oh, I'm not paying attention. Come on. Does A make me go faster? I've lost them. Or a cutscene, maybe? Skip. I'm sorry. I just want to skip to see actual gameplay. Alright, here we go. I know this is like a fighting game, so... Alright, we're in the 30s. I'm not going to pay attention to any of this. Wait, how do you block? I didn't know this is how you play. Oh, guard. This is an RPG? I thought this was just like straight up fighting. Okay. Okay. I guess this is just a tutorial. Got him. Sorry guys, I just want to be able to move around. Here we go. Ooh, 37. 32, 29. Okay. You could maybe get away with this at 720. The portal screen is just like, as you guys know, it's 7 inches, so it's when you drop the res to 5, you can see it more or less, so it kind of sucks. On a 6-inch screen or smaller, you get away with that, no problem, and it looks good. Yeah, there's definitely some slowdown. Alright, let's go over settings. We'll try it one more time. One moment. Alright, so we'll drop it. You know, you can always play around with it, but we'll just drop the res for now. Now, I didn't change anything. It just did this on its own, you know, like it normally does. And, you know, we'll try other things. Haven't used the portal in a while. I don't even have the latest turnip driver on here. I can't remember if it was using frickin' DXVK or oh my god, whatever. Let's limit to 4 gigs RAM, and then let's see what let's put it in extreme. Might hurt with memory. Alright, we're gonna try this setup. I think I might need to change that. But for now, we'll leave it. We'll leave it. And then we'll see how this goes. Alright, one moment. Alright, here we go. Here we go. It's taking forever. One moment. Okay, so that didn't work with Proton, so we'll use 13 and we'll see how it goes. One moment. Okay, so forget the Proton, put Proton back. I think it's the resolution. I had to change it back to 720. But I did change the driver too. But I keep getting this failed error message that we're probably going to see again. Or not. Okay, so yeah, 720, you got to do it at 720. But I put it in extreme mode, and I'm using Proton D3D. So maybe we'll be able to get slight performance, but I don't know. And then on top of that, I need to test this in the other version, the Proton 9 version. Just to see, because we are using DXVK, so let's go to our settings. We have full screen. Yeah, it's not gonna. Oh, but we could do 800 by 600. Sorry, boys. We gotta get those frames. I know this is not what people want to see, but sometimes. Oh, it's gonna revert back. My bad. I love that it gives that option. Okay, it's gonna be black bars. I can't fix it unless I go into Gamehub, but it won't let me change the resolution, so you have to do it this way. Let's go to continue. We should get a boost in performance for sure now. I mean, if you really want to play it and you want to play it on here, you might be able to tweak the screen, but I think 800 by 600 is probably going to be the way to go on the Gen 2. However, it does perform, since it's a fairly new game, again, very surprising. Not just for the G3 Gen 3, which I'm sure will be good too, but for the Gen 2, just such a compatible chip. And as you can see, 49, 50 frames. This is, my friends, how you want to play this game, I would imagine. I'm not sure how this works with fighting and everything. We do get some slowdown. Graphics are set to low, but look, you're playing the game. Alright, so pretty cool stuff. let's pause it and let's go back into settings and redo everything to Proton 9 to see if we get better performance. It may not work because it might need this specific setup with Proton ARM 64.2 or whatever and the FX cores, but we'll try Proton 9 see if that works too. But look at that, the GPU is being totally utilized, which is a good thing. Alright, so one moment. Alright, so let's get to it. So we're gonna change it to this. Believe it is extreme. Now we can play around with it. So let's just do one for memory, one for weak barrier, and then that might need to be turned on. We'll see. That was a problem, but this is the GOG version of the game, so it kind of fixed that, but we'll see. And then we'll leave it as is, and then use the most recent. See, I haven't used this thing in a while. And then we'll leave that like that, and we'll keep it at... Here, let me see if I can change it to 800 by 600 and see if it loads. I'll let you guys know. If not, we got to keep it at 720 and then in-game change the settings. All right, let's do it. One moment. All right, moment of truth. I will show if I get an error so you guys are aware. Okay. So right there, having minimum setup requirements, AVX. Okay. All right, so let's go back to the settings. One moment. All right, incompatibility. Now this again may not work, but we'll try it. For the love of Christ. Okay. Hold on one second. Gamehub is not responding. I don't know. I'll try closing out and opening it again. I'm sorry guys. Okay, we're back. I don't know what the heck that was about. So down here, let's just pick full support for AVX, and then we'll try it again at 800 by 600. And we'll see if the resolution will, if we could start in 800 by 600, if not, start at 720. I should have just left it at 720. I'll pause it because it's taking for a while. And we're back. So it does work with the Proton 9, with AVX 2. And as you can see, we got full screen now, 800 by 600. It should still have our save file. Let's just check settings, make sure everything is still the same. Yeah. You know, we'll just keep it at 60. I don't want to be too demanding, you know. So this preset has 0 safe flags, 1 strong memory, 1 weak barrier, all the very standard typical stuff that I usually do. And AVX is set to 2 to get the game to load in this version, this container version. But we'll see, because I know it's loading, but the 13 frames per second is not cool. Our GPU is kind of low right now. I'm just lifting this up to see the now loading part. And yeah, with all the pausing, it's just to make this video not over 30 minutes. And I think I'm going to pause again because this is taking forever. So let's do that. Okay, that took a while, just so you're aware. So Proton 9 might not be the way to go, because we are, even with strong memory, look at the slowdown, and we're by 800 by 600. It is not keeping up really. But we'll run around to see if there's more. Yeah. Okay, so there you have it. Don't use this version. Plus the GPU is barely being used. There is one more test I want to do, so let's get to it. Okay, so this is what we're gonna do. So use this Proton, right? And then we'll do it in extreme. Kind of did save it. This will help with memory, but we didn't have any hard crashing, so we'll just keep it in extreme. The thing I want to test out is the DXVK. I want to use, I think it's this one. I think this might be the GOAT, even though this isn't really for this chipset. That's more like for the Elite and whatnot. We're going to use that turnip driver, and this. And again, if this doesn't work, just stick with Proton ARM 64X2. You could put it in extreme. You can use the latest turnip driver, and then if you're using the Odin, make sure it's 2.3.1 async. You don't really need to do anything with VK because we're going to go through DXVK, and then this doesn't matter either. General, we have it by 800 by 600, so let's see how it plays. All right, we got the loading screen, which is good. I don't know, guys, this looks promising, but I don't want to overdo it. Alright, everything looks to normal. Since we're hitting 60 pretty good, we'll go to 120 and see if we get past 60. I doubt it, but you never know. But I'll leave it unpaused for this section because I want to show you guys how much, even with this one I don't know of, the loading time is so much faster. As you can see that little bar, I had to wait like 2 minutes on Proton ARM, or no, Proton 9. And on top of that, the frames are moving like 8 frames a second. So this is one of the few times that this version on this like kind of chipset works. Alright, so yeah, 50 frames, not bad. But I think that was about the same. But we do experience slowdown coming up here. Let's see if this DXVK fixes that. Maybe a little bit, staying above 30. Yeah, there's definitely slowdown, but that could probably be fixed with that memory option that's in the first top row. You might want to turn it on. Is there anything else we can do in the settings before I end this video? Oh, render scale, of course. And we'll turn those off, right? That should do something. It looks like crap, but let's see. Just want to see if we still get that. Yeah, that slowdown's still there. Even though it says we're getting like close to or above 50 frames at sometimes in the 40s. Kind of feels sluggish though. You know what I mean? Like you can tell. But this isn't half bad for the Portal. I don't know. We'll see if there's anything else. That I think might need to be on. Let's turn that on. But let's take the render scale down to, we'll do 70. I hate doing this. And we'll try it. We'll try that. All right. That's a little better. So maybe if you drop it down to 60, you might get rid of all that slowdown. And don't be fooled by the frames, because yeah, the frames are looking not bad, but there's that slowdown and I can't understand. That's got to be with the memory. But the good news is, if you have a max model, you have 16 gigs, we're only using 38% of that RAM. Gamehub, with its little tweak of draining more power than other emulators, let me see. That looks like it's on. It should be on, and it is. But we can also do HDR, super resolution. If you want to make it look better, playing at lower resolutions. But yeah, it stays in the 40s. It's just there's that slowdown. I don't know if we need to use more memory or if we need save flags. But the game definitely works. It's just nuts. So yeah, you guys be the judge. Tell me what you think. Hyperplayer RPG, if you're not subscribed, go to his channel and subscribe. He's great at showing off emulation and also of new items that are coming out. He showed a video of the Thor, which I watched, which was amazing. Actual real footage. So if you order that, you could get excited and see more clearly of it up close and personal, but not by like AYN, by someone else. But yeah, for the most part, this game works. Just needs more tweaking. If I get more time, I'll look into it. But what's going on with his face? Hold on. We're gonna take that off probably. Yeah, no, that's better. But you see, sometimes these little special effects that they have in Gamehub, they don't really affect the performance. Maybe a little bit, but not much. And there's another, the native rendering. You could force enable. But it's such a low res, you can't really tell. And with that on, we did lose a couple frames. So I don't know about all that. Turn that off. Let's see how we go up like closer to 50 now. Alright, that's going to be it. Let me know what you guys think. And as always, you guys have a fantastic day. Take care.